Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for a next episode of the Angel Journal of this year. I'm not going to do everything on camera because I'm a bit in time need. I don't know if that's translated well, but there are a lot of private things and I want this done on time. I think I said it in the last video. There will be 5 signatures. This is also one. I'm not sure that this is the correct order, but this will be about it. All kinds of different papers, all book pages. This I found in Canada, beautiful writing paper, and I thought fitting with the gold. Packaging, piano roll. I want to incorporate this envelope there. Yeah, the beautiful digitals of Lorna. Agenda page, marbled from books. But let's get started. I want to start with this. I have no idea if I can manage everything I prepared, because normally everything is more work. I had this, or no, my daughter had this beautiful gold, now I wanted to prepare some English words, because if I'm telling something I'm always looking for words. But the shininess, it has a word in the Netherlands, it's parelmoer. I already prepped it a bit, because this will be the center, and on there I want some images, but first I want to line this, and again I prepared and I already drew the lines. This gap I made because it will be on different sides, because this will be the middle. Then you always need a bit of room, otherwise the flap won't work completely the way it should. And that's why I want to line it, because otherwise you will see it. So let's get out my scissors, because I think I will be able to cut this. Oh yeah, I just need to cut this. And I thought it was cute, this one, with the little cherubs in this receipt. I will link down below, because it's a very special, different name, the digitals. I have a complete set of receipts. I can cut that. Because I can cut around this. Because if I cut it now exactly, then I don't know, there's no room. And this is always because you trace around it. Yeah, I have to make it a bit smaller. Not too much, because we don't want a little gap further down in the envelope. Is of course not an issue, and you don't have to put it all the way in. It's still too wide. Yeah, it's just copy paper. It slides in. Oh no, and I don't think I will do it completely until that I can still use. Last weekend it's still too tight, but I'm afraid that so I am going to cut it a bit in an angle, because I don't want anything to be too short here. So that slides in better. But maybe it's still... Okay. Yeah, it's a bit bubbly, but it's also because of the... I think that will be fine. Am I a bit within my lines? Like that, yeah. I think it will be fine if that doesn't have glue. It's just okay because it's just a little bit here. I am thinking, yeah, I am going to angle this a bit more, but not too high. And then I can put a bit of glue there, so it will definitely stay. So yeah, we last weekend we went to an open air museum from and it has buildings and mills all from the old days, and a bakery and a candy shop, and everything is the way yeah, it was years ago. And it's a beautiful museum. We went there once. I wanted a bit the same because I really anticipated the cherubs to be okay. We went there in the daytime, and now my husband saw online that they had an evening tour. Yeah, because of it's winter, and not that you can't go to an open air museum in when it's autumn. But yeah, they want to attract more people and have all kinds of special topics in there. And now it was in the evening with lights and music. I'm spilling way more than I wanted. Let's take a wet wipe. So they had a route, a walking route, and everywhere you looked there were lights, lights on, different colors and music. It was very busy. We were astonished that it was so busy because we had a time slot. And still there was a pretty long line that we had to wait, because the first part of the route, because the park the museum is in, it's very large. And but the first part of the tour was a bit narrow, and if too many people at once would enter there, then everything would yeah, like a traffic jam. And they had 24 buildings, and on those buildings they had a film. You could watch it. Every film was 2 minutes, so yeah, it wasn't too long to be boring, because yeah, you could take your children if you wanted. And then they told a story about that building, and yeah, with also with music and drama effects. And next to the history of that building, they made it a bit more exciting. There was an intruder in the park, and the night watcher yeah, had to find him and to see what was going on. So it was so great. They did a very good job in making it interesting, and yeah, the weather was nice, because yeah, if it would have rained, then that would be a shame, because yeah, and then it's not that nice if everybody has to walk with umbrellas. There's a bit of glue there because my mat wasn't... I have the pencil lines I have to erase, I see. I even have more of the cherubs, that's good. Let's see how I can do this. How did I do that? I don't know how. Yeah, I cut them at the same time. Yeah, so that was a very nice tour, and on several places, but a bit in the middle of the park there was a big square, but on more occasions there were the museum has restaurants that people can sit down and drink or eat something. And now, of course, because it's winter, how did I do that? Yeah, I think I cut it on this side, but now I have a bit here that has to go. But that's not that simple. And now they had, yeah, little pancakes and hot chocolate and, yeah, of course, coffee and tea. I have a bit there, but I will fiddle with that later. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, it's so it's not, and I have a bit of the lining of the, yeah, I'm going to leave it. I don't think it will really show. You can see a bit of the envelope inside. Because we want the inside to look a bit nice also. You can't always see, is it something in the design or is it my pencil mark? Okay, and there will be two tags because you have to see it like this. So on one side you see this, on one side you see that. Yeah, beautiful. And then there will be two small tags in here and they will close. I have to think about, I have to let it dry a bit, otherwise I get the bumps and I don't want that. That looks like a pencil mark, but I think it's in the design because it's not going away. Oh, I can ink it around it a bit because I am inking everything. Yeah, so that was a nice weekend again, adding to our list of museums we did this year already. And next weekend, yeah, it's almost when I'm filming this, but this video will air a bit later. Tore a bit here. And let's see if I want to add some tape there. Okay, yeah, on this side. Let's get some work done. I chose these two images from Lorna's kit. And I have this beautiful doily. Don't know where it came from because it surprised me. I thought, oh, I have to use my doilies again a bit more. And I was surprised to find these in here. So I don't know where they came from, but I really like them. I just wanted the envelope to have a bit more pizzazz. You won't see much of it. I want a bit here because a bit showing of the envelope. Because I want as much of the doily as I can. Or should I spend two doilies? That's something I'm just realizing. but I don't know if I have enough because I started tearing one, but that's also the middle, so it's not really bigger a bit. Let's see how I like, what if I like that, because I don't mind the, oh, I was thinking to put a little real lace there. No, I'm sticking with my plan because I think these are the last two I have. No, sticking to the plan. And this is always difficult to glue. It doesn't have to be stuck down completely, but because the image will be on there also. Just bits everywhere. I think that will be fine. Okay, and I want to start on top. Yeah. This one goes here and this one goes here. Now you can see the, yeah, there will be something over this, so you won't see the bottom piece. You can put it a bit down. Yeah, and the upcoming weekend, it's radio tower, they call it. And it's very popular because we looked for, you have to make a reservation, and it took quite a few weeks to get a slot that was open. So a lot of people like to go there, and that was how they communicated in wartime with India. The radio tower, and yeah, they made it a museum now. So that's something, because when I'm filming this, it's Wednesday, and Saturday we will be going to that museum. Like that, you have to think the flaps will be back. This is from Lorna also, her Illumination kit. And now it depends on how far down, because I can cut a bit off. It's maybe a bit much, the colors. But I can't go too much down, because otherwise I have to, I don't, yeah, I have to show you. I don't like this. If you see then the back, or the bottom of the image. I want the image to be covered. Like that it would be. And if I want to cut something off, this has to go here. And do I like that? The image this far down. It could be. So I think I'm going to glue it down. There's a bit of glue there somewhere. And at my daughter's house, they needed a complete new roof, or yeah, not a wood underneath. That was good, luckily. But the rest all needed renovation. And because they work, I had to be there. Yeah, it's not that far down yet. Okay. so I had to be there a lot when the men came to do all the things, because we don't have you can't go around back. It's a line of houses and there's no back. You can't get in the backyard. Let's see that a bit even. This image is a bit longer, it seems. Just shy of 5. Yeah, a bit, not much. Let's see that it's okay. And then this beautiful piece. Now there's glue there, so yeah. So it took a lot of my time, and I really want to get this finished, and then I will probably take a long break from filming, because I need to get the scrapbook of my son ready, and I have to start the baby book. And I am still always amazed at some people who make a journal in a week. And I never seem to manage that. Okay, is it? Yeah, just a bit. Okay, and it is a bit crooked, I see. I don't think that will mind a lot. Okay, turn this up a bit. Oh, take that one. This already took a lot of time. Yeah, I want to leave it open because I can't do anything with it now. It looks just a tiny bit here. Okay. I don't know where that went. Beautiful paper, and I still never used it because it really has to go with something, the Illumination paper. But I like the font, that old font. Oh, cute, it's really puffy. And that will be in the middle of this signature. Here is a grid from postage stamps, music, a digital book page, and another digital. Beautiful papers. Let's put that to the side. Let's see what I have in this one. I think a pocket. Oh yeah, and this, I want this flipping out. No, I want it flipping like that. Why did I want that? Because it's, I wanted it as a tuck, and later I thought, no, I'm going to hinge it and then make a pocket here, but I don't know if that will be too bulky. No. Because this was my intention, and then you could put something behind the image and glue it on two sides. Yeah. I can hinge it because if it's too bulky, yeah, then it's just writing space. Ooh. And then I won't put a pocket on there. Does it matter? I don't think so. I'm first putting glue on one side, and I'm gluing without my paper. A beautiful image from a book I have. Let's see if it's a bit, I folded it already, so I know. Oh. Oh, I have to trim it. Still have to trim it a bit. Let's see. It won't shift. Why not? Ah. It's wet glue, so adjust the fold a bit, and then cut this a bit with the rounding. So the corner is stuck down. Okay. This is drawing paper. It has a real nice feel and a bit of texture in it. I want to glue it like that, so I'm going to try to do that. And maybe paper on paper I could have used double-sided tape, but now I have a bit of wiggly room, and I need to stay away a bit from the fold, but I don't have much because I don't want it sticking out there. Yeah. And I thought this paper was nice with the coloring here, because I don't want to cover up that. So I can put a pocket here or some writing paper, and then this room will be yeah, in a way secret writing space also. Ah, beautiful. That end again. So this is what you see. Is it? No. Yeah, it is. Yeah, let's see what else I have planned in here. Nothing. No, that's it for this one. And then this one. Ah yeah, the pocket. This is Florentine paper, and I really liked this, although it's very shiny, but I reinforced it. No, not reinforced it, but more because this is an image from the double angel kit from the paper mill download, and it's not, if you can see, it's not wide enough, and I already printed it. I didn't want it to go to waste, but in a lot of digitals you have the collaging already, so I really like that peeking out there. This is a piece I have. I can't remember on the top of my head how the designer is called, but that will be on top, and this will be a pocket. I reinforced it with coffee dyed paper. I am going to make a little notch in there, but you know me, I'm going to measure that, because I do want it in the middle a bit. 2 1/4. So almost 2 3, almost 2 3. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's not completely but a bit. Just one little notch. There was some other paper in there. Yeah, just so you can see it's but I didn't want to cut into the frame too much. I already inked it. Okay, but I first have to glue this, and I want to put something underneath so I can see where the page begins and ends. That's not really helping. So let's use this one. Put some glue on here. Yeah, what can I tell you more? Today the roof is done, but they have to put the solar panels back on, and they didn't come yesterday because they thought it was a rainy day, but I think they looked at the weather where they are, and here in more to the south we didn't have any rain, a bit in the very early morning, but after that it was completely dry all day. So I was a bit bummed that they didn't come. Okay. You can see a bit of the, is it crooked? Folded a bit crooked maybe. Not that it matters because we make junk journals. But, oh yeah, I want to see where the bottom is. So here I am going to use my little glue. And I use my pin cushion. Yay me! So hopefully when the solar panels are back on, then that thing they built to stand on for safety, they have to take it away. So I probably have to go there tomorrow morning again, because then nobody's home. And on Friday, if that will be possible, depending on everything with the roof, I'm going to, with my son-in-law, he wants to yeah, because he has his driving license yeah, pretty recently. He had it in Indonesia, but that's not valid here. There's a bit of a gap, so I'm going to cut it here, because I don't like it if it's not lined up. I don't want that. He had his driving license in Indonesia, but it's not valid here, so he had to start over again. I am going to cut that a bit. To watch the time of the video. Let's see. It just needs a bit. And I will distress it later. I am doing it with my ruler, and it's pretty nice the way it works. Mostly I do it first, but this is just glued on. I have to let it dry, but it really works. Cute. So this is what you see. This is the other side. Oh, this is my middle. So this is what you see, and then you have a generous pocket, and on the back is the, oh, I'm not in time, all kinds of distractions. And on this side of the Florentine paper, I tried it with, I'm going to take it out again. I'm going to use this paper because you can write on it. It's vintage. I really like it. The texture is fine and nice, and the coloring. This was already there. How it tore out of a paper pad, and this I did with my oh, it's still downstairs, with that hairdressers use, the thinning shears. But I wanted it, I want it, not want it, with a bit of a fold, or one of our train tickets from our vacation in Switzerland. I always use old papers to make templates and try things out. I don't mind if a bit is showing. You can see this is white copy paper, and this is the beautiful coloring of Florentine paper. Some even have more beigey backgrounds. So I don't mind if you see a bit. So I want it crooked and then fold it up a bit. I don't really necessarily want to crumble it up completely, but just a bit. Let's see if I can do it like that. And that's why I like templates, so I can visualize a bit more if it's the way I want it. Yeah, just for some extra interest, because it will be stuck down, so the fold will be there. That peeks out a bit. Here it will be peeking out, and then it also glue down a bit askew, I think the word is. So I'm putting this underneath here to see where my page is. And now I have to think what I'm going to use. Oh, I didn't put the pin in, so it was seeping out. Okay, put all those bottles a bit to the side. I think I'm going to use my glue stick, because sometimes with these old papers, when I use wet glue, you can see exactly where I applied it. Oh, I am putting glue everywhere and it's sticking out, but I think I'll be fine when it dries. And I can use my wet wipe to, and that's something I find difficult also, because it curls. You don't know where it's going. It sticks a bit more out on the top than I initially thought, but it's fine. I am going to leave that. I don't want to stick it down completely. I think it will be nice. And then you can still write on it, just to do something differently. Here you can see the text in between. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing there. If I can get the glue off. Here it's just a bit. I think it will be fine. So this is the middle. I can always add to it. But for now, this is it. And those are the sides. Yeah, like it. I can leave it like that. Then I really have to clean my mat with a sponge. This one, it's a bit more work, so let's see. Ah, but that's the last thing I planned. Okay. Is there something more in here? Digital, book page, ledger. No, and that's the middle. The ledger. Here I hinged a front of a book page to an image of a book page. Really like that. Yeah, and the Dutch rag paper. So that will be, this will be the middle. Here will be, I think, a lace pocket. That's what I have in mind now. I wanted this here, but I have already put my marks there. I can erase them. Okay. This is something, if you watch Pixie K Designs, she's following along with Crafty Cat with the 50 stack challenge. And with wallpaper she made, but she had one piece of long wallpaper and she folded it over like that to make these flaps. But I don't have the same, but I didn't really want to because this is the middle, this is on this side. So these are two different wallpapers. And these will be the flaps. So I made hinges. So they come together there. This is a bit big. Let's see what I have smaller. Okay. But I think those will be almost the same. So because I want two rounds. This is way too big. Let's see. That's a bit big. Maybe. Like that. And then I want some of the puff. There is puff. Yeah, like that. Now I have my all downstairs. That's not good. Do I have something else? I have to look in my little drawer. No, because I put them all in one place. So I have to get it. I'm going to pause the camera. We'll be right back with my awl because I needed to make a hole in here. Just a minute. I'm back. Got my thing for, that's the needle one. I have everything in here to sew in the signatures. Okay. So I like it then that everything is in there together. There's a little puff. Also, okay. Let's see how that will do. Those are the small ones. My sponge is really getting old, but it still does the job, so that's fine. Yeah, I wanted a bit more. And then what Kate does, but Kate used a different on the bottom and a craft one on the top. And a couple of times when she did a policy closures, she crumbled this one, And I really liked it that it stands up on the sides a bit. Definitely because this one is a bit bigger. Oh, I need twine. I have some cotton twine. It will go next to that. I can look if I have some embroidery thread. Oh, let's see. Maybe in a bit of a, yeah, this more the gold color. I can use my cotton thread. Let's see. I am thinking what I want. All those decision moments. Oh my gosh. I'm terrible at those. No, not really liking that, although it's a beautiful color. I'm thinking if I can do that maybe on a later date. Let's glue these on there. I am going to use my hard glitter glue because I know it's very good. And wallpaper is thick and it has a bit of a vinyl background. So it's oozing out a bit. And I can still crumble the sides a bit more later, but this first has to adhere so it can dry a bit when we're working on the page. It's really puffy wallpaper. And these I can yeah. Score the hinge. Okay, I do want to, yeah, I don't know if you will see it, but better not. Okay. And I am going to glue them in on there first, and then the paper, this paper will go over it. So they're covered up. Okay. Oh, in the middle. I didn't really seem to get to that pencil mark. So let's test it. If it works. This one I want on the bottom. I found the flowers cute, but a bit will be, of course, covered up by the... Yeah, that's a shame. Could I make it a bit lower, then the flowers will be on top of that? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Is this a bit straight? I am going to put this in between here also, so I can, I think I'm going to use this glue again. Oh, put those to the side. Because it is very thick. Wet wipe. And this has a, the page has a decal edge and this hasn't, but I think I can, I'll be fine if I ink the bottom a bit. It seems to, yeah, it comes out a bit there, but I think I'm going to leave it because my decal edge, if I have to cut those tiny bits, or maybe I can do it by scissors, and then because the decal edge doesn't like those small oh, I hope that dries because that's glue on there. Beautiful coloring of the wallpaper. I didn't want to cover this up because I want the recipient to be able to work in it. Let's see if I am going to turn it. Does it shut? Yeah, great. I think I mentioned it in the first episode. This journal is reserved. It was a request if I wanted to make this, but yeah, I want her to know she will never be obligated to buy it if, yeah, when it's finished she thinks it's not what I wanted. That can always be. But yeah, I'm always open if you have a request for a journal. I will be happy to make you one. Okay. Now I first want that paper in there. Let's see. This is a digital from Roxy Creations. All kinds of old book pages, but they all have, yeah, a nice font or a beautiful heading, something like that. I want that there, I think. Yeah. How much do I have on either side? I think. Okay. Now I'm going to try to tear that. Can I still see that fold a bit? There. Doesn't really matter that precisely. Move it up, and now I can use my grid on the mat to tear it, and hopefully everything will be straight. Ooh. And again, I have the decal edge here. I could, but the decal edge also doesn't really like thin paper. So let's take a book page also. And I am going to try. Now the book page is too large. Let's cut something off, because otherwise it won't fit. I'm still not quite happy about this decal edge. Yeah, it did his job, but it was also with the wallpaper, it didn't really like it. But well, it is what it is. The store that is where I bought almost all of my scrapbooking supplies for years is stopping selling out, and yeah, I didn't order for years anymore, because junk journaling is different and we use different supplies, not always, but and of course I already had a lot from the scrapbooking that you can also use in junk journaling. Yeah, but it even though it felt a bit sad that they were going to stop, I really liked, not that physically I met them once, because they're in the north of the Netherlands. It's definitely a 2-hour drive from here, so it's not that I went there very often. You could choose things there, but in a way it was an online shop. Now I have to be careful. This will be the middle, this will be on top, so I don't glue it upside down, because I want to. And now you can always see that the decal edge doesn't always is the same, but it's fine. Now I have to choose. I am going to use the glue stick, but I think I will at the edges use wet glue, because this is very bubbly. I don't know if just glue stick will be enough. I'm thinking if I have anything interesting to say, but my husband is feeling better again. He was ill for a week. That's for him, that's very long. Oh, no, I didn't put any glue on the sides. Oh, doesn't want. I want to do it quickly. I am using the art glitter glue now, just because it was a bit quicker. I still am not using the glue gun, the normal glue gun where the bottle can fit in, because I really have to be mindful how I use it, not to have glue everywhere. And when I'm filming, I don't have the patience for that. I think, and sometimes I forget I have it. And with embossing that golden envelope, I really had to, yeah, I have a manual Big Shot, I think it is called Big Shot, and oh, it still hurts. Ooh. Oh, that's strange. I thought they touched. But it's okay. I really thought they touched. Why is that? It didn't really. I didn't really see it because this wasn't on there, and then you see it against that. But no, it's not. It's not a disaster. I'm going to flip it over. Let's look at our little rounds. And like Kate said, it's the difficult part of these things is to get a hole in the middle. And that's very true. Let's see. Oh, I need that glue because it again is on the wallpaper. I want to use this thing because it makes holes in here, and I thought it was self-healing, but I'm doubting that. And I will be eyeballing it because I tried all kinds of methods and it's no guarantee that it works. I have real old brads. Yeah, they're a bit really gold. I do like them. I do like it. Yeah, I'm just going for it. Okay. Oh, I first have to mark the spots where I want them, because then I have to, it keeps bothering me, but I can't help it anymore. Yeah, I'm going to place this in the middle of this figure, this design. Okay. And this one I want a bit underneath the flowers, like that, because that doesn't really matter that it's a bit lower. I'm going to put it lower. Okay. Yes, I have my markings. That to the side. Okay. This one. And then I have to back them so you won't see the legs. And these are from my parents. I don't know how long they already have had them when I got them. No idea why they had them, but what they used them for. It's very big. I can maybe trim a bit. Oh, it's I didn't, no, it's too tight. I first have to put the string underneath, otherwise, and then I have to find something to put over there, but not too bold, because I also want, the recipient that she can write on it or something like that. And I want something here, maybe a nice stamp. I have until now, I just finished one postage stamp book from my dad, and these are, I just went through one, Italy, because yeah, I thought with the Vatican there, it's more likely that they have stamps that are a bit religious. So I'm going to put them in this little book, also from my dad. Let's see, what was I going to do? The string. Yeah, I am going to put this underneath there. I think the white will be the most nice. And I am going to just tie it, and I don't want the string peeking out here, because I always find that a bit confusing. I am going, oh no, that's not working. I can do that one by one, because I want the string on there a couple of times before I do this. So it has room. Yeah. And then I have to figure something cute to put over there. See, it still fits. This is the knot. Yeah, you can see that. Now, for this one, just put a couple of rounds on there. That's a lot already. Okay. And I maybe will cut off a bit of the legs. Let's see. Oh, quite a bit of rope. Okay. Cute. And that will be in the middle of this. And I can still, when I put a stamp there, I don't need a pocket, because you can put something in here. But I think a pocket will be nice also. Just a paper pocket with something cute. So I'm going to leave you with this. This will be like that, maybe like that. And I can see if I have a little charm to hang on there, or maybe a paper charm. Yeah, beautiful. I don't know if Kate watches my channel. I know she looks at some of my flip throughs. Thank you for the inspiration, Kate. I really love that idea. And yeah, it's different, a bit different. She decorated here, and I think on the inside she wants to do something, but I really love it. And it's a lot of wallpaper. Thank you so much for being here and supporting my channel that way. You know I appreciate it a lot. So I am going to do it like this so we can see what is made. Let's see, and this one, the envelope, I think I will be able to fold it. Beautiful. Am I in frame? Yes. Did I do something more? I think I did, but the flip. I think just the flip out. Yeah. Pretty satisfied with what was done. It is a long video, but I know most of you who want to watch don't mind. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now. Have a great day. I love you all. Bye.